Hi everybody. So I took my 15 minutes outside yesterday on my back patio, and instead of my usual diffuse from the busy day and process everything that's been going on and think about what my next step is going to be, what my next project is, I tried to just let that go and enjoy the weather and the sky and the colors and the sounds. And so I have always prioritized time for myself to be outside. My husband was a forester, and so when we were young, we spent several summers at a guard station up in the North Cascades in Washington State. And we lived in a cabin, way out in the forest. And so I spent lots of time, gazing and, just contemplating. So then as we raised our family and later on I worked and our kids were very involved. We were very involved in 4-H and music and theater and sports and everything. There were many times in my life when I didn't have that luxury, but I would still try on a Saturday morning to go outside if the weather was good, and just sit and have my coffee. So that habit really stayed with me, and it is one of my cherished moments. And now that I'm retired, I'm still very busy. I was super busy at the beginning of this term because I was taking classes locally. But still, I'm adjusting because I'm just newly retired. But I now have that luxury of a little more time, and I have a few more choices in how I spend my day and how I spend my time. And I do consider it a luxury and a blessing. I'm very grateful that the Lord provides for me and that I have a home and I feel like I have a safe place, where I can just relax and enjoy a moment. So I know not everybody has that, so I'm very grateful. As far as Paul Miller's TED Talk, I feel like he started out maybe not really knowing what he was looking for, but he was just kind of at the end of his rope, and he felt like what he was doing at the moment wasn't working for him, and he had to do something different. And his life was so consumed by the internet that, and we're all faced with that option of going offline. That was the option he chose to see if he could figure out what it was that he was missing. I think he was looking for genuine relationships. I think he was looking for motivation, productivity, and really purpose in his work. And probably because he didn't have a variety of things in his life to that point that, sometimes that'll cause us to really wonder what else is out there. And I think that he was having a bit of that in his moment. So I consider his experiment successful because I feel like he discovered that at the core of his being, one of his deepest needs was, for genuine intimate relationships, one-on-one with friends and family, and to have that sense of being integrated in a tight-knit community. So I feel like he discovered that for himself through the process. I thought it was really interesting that when he did attempt to have one-on-one, he probably knew in his heart that that's what he wanted, but during the moratorium when he did that, he was so intense that he probably really wasn't very much fun to be with. But I think that that's because he was still super focused on himself. So going through the year, coming back on, recognizing the value of the internet, kind of sorting through what was causing the problem, what are some of the solutions that he discovered that about himself that family and friends were very important to him. Cultivating those relationships was very important. Finding meaningful work was very important. And now he just has, just like the rest of us, you have to figure out how to do it, how to get there. And also just the fact that for all of us, the internet is part and parcel of our lives now. And so, he stated the value of staying connected with people long distance, being, part of the group, understanding the jokes, knowing the lingo, seeing the latest movie. These are all things that connect us. And nowadays we do a lot of that over the internet. So he, like us, we can see the value, and then we have to find the balance. Thank you.